I've been obsessed with like brown tones and like and like yellows.
I'm trying to make my
greens.
room relaxing, but like also look like a strawberry chocolate milkshake, if that makes any
I
sense.
mean, as you should.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I've been obsessed with those. You sent me one the other day. Those like super aesthetic setups that are like super woodsy
Oh
vibes,
yeah.
but then they have like an
Oh yeah.
accent color. Like some of them, like the
Yeah.
accent color is like green. Some of them, the accent color is pink. Some of them, the accent
Yeah.
color is like purple. I'm obsessed with those.
Girl. Okay,
I
my
desperately
entire
want one.
feed now is desk setups because I've been searching for like different
Yeah,
inspiration. All desk setups. Also, it finally convinced me to mount my monitors
I need to. Oh my God, I need to. When we move,
because
I'm going to.
I and here's the thing, I was so scared. I have two very, very different monitors. I have one standard Dell monitor.
Mm-hmm.
It's my second monitor. My main one is a curved beast of a monitor. And I'm just like, I feel like y'all can't coexist on the same mount. But
Mm-hmm.
apparently they can.
Hmm.
I just don't know. So I'm going to test down. I'll
I
tell you
got
how it
trust
goes.
issues
'Cause
for that. I don't know. Let me know.
I just don't want to wake up or come home one day and my monitors are cracked because they fell.
Yeah, I'm very scared of that happening to my own monitor. So yeah, I get
So
you.
I'll tell you how it goes, and I'll like send you the links if it
Good.
goes well.
Okay, cool.
So
Nice. Good.
yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Anyways,
Anyways, hi guys, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to She Knows It with
Alex.
and Izzie. Today, do you want to explain what we're doing today?
Okay, so today we saw that you guys really enjoyed our Reddit reactions. So we decided we're going to be doing r/Emma the Devil, which we have some really, really good ones today.
Indeed.
I personally just every time I go on Reddit, which is not often, it's really only for videos. I am not a Reddit reader.
We're not Redditors.
I just figured out this year how to actually like work Reddit. Like search for things.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought you could like type in the name of what you wanted, like Instagram, and it like pops up. But no, you have to like do like a little anyways.
Yeah.
So I opened it and I never thought common sense could be that lacking in people.
Self-awareness, honestly.
Yeah.
The self-awareness, the lack of self-awareness is astonishing in these people.
Or just like social skills, which granted they're
Truly.
learned. But I'm scared for some of these.
I am scared for some of these as well. Now, would you like to start, or do you want me to start with these stories?
Which way did we do it last time? Was it you or me?
I don't remember. I think typically I start. I think
it was you and then me.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can start. Okay.
Fine.
Ooh, should we do the spying one or should we do the flirting one?
I think we should do the spying one. I think we should do
Okay,
spying
yeah,
one
okay.
first.
So this one is Am I the devil or am I the asshole? You know, it was posted on that one. Cross posted all that. For spying on my best friend's wife. Spying. If you're listening and not visually seeing me, which side note, we're really pretty.
We
So,
are, honestly. Imagine the
if you
hottest girls
wanna,
possible.
like-
That's us,
Yeah.
actually.
Yes. Not really sarcastic, but like, hey, you know, we gotta teach your own horn a little bit.
Yeah.
False confidence. Confidence is attractive to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Anyways, I had a lot of caffeine today. I'm so sorry. This is gonna be a wild ride for everybody. But yeah, so it's air quotes around spying. Throwaway account for obvious reasons. Well, duh. Okay, if you're gonna admit to stalking, right?
I would
Anyways.
hope you do it on a fake account or another account.
Yeah, or be ballsy and do it on the real one. I mean,
Who cares if the FBI comes knocking at your door?
exactly.
Genuinely.
Anyways, just to clarify, I didn't actually spy on anyone. All I did was keep tabs on her for the sake of my best friend.
Oh, okay. Best friendhood can make people do insane things sometimes. Now I'm even more intrigued.
Okay. am 32, have a close friend, am 25.
Oh, they're men. I was
Yeah.
expecting besties. I was gonna grow
Okay, see.
besties. It's a lot scarier when a guy is stalking someone than a girl. Because girls, it's like, what are they gonna do?
Okay, but here's the thing. So the best friend is 25. He's 32.
Oh.
I would be so scared if a grown man
Yeah, a
was
man that's
around me
almost,
constantly.
yeah, almost 10 years
And yeah.
older. Wow, okay.
Okay. Who I've gotten very close with over the past few years. Lately, I noticed that he's been more stressed than usual. He's very much a career man, so it's not like being exhausted or overworked is somehow new. But when we hung out, he was talking less and generally just seemed uncomfortable, which definitely is out of the ordinary. Okay, I mean, makes
Okay.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
After a bit of prying, I got him to admit that he has a hunch his wife might be cheating on him. According to him,
Oh.
she's been distant lately. She started going out with her girlfriends, air quotes, multiple times a week, even though she never used to go out that much. Recently, my buddy got a big promotion at his job, which has forced him to put in a lot more hours, and apparently this has been putting a strain on their marriage, with them fighting more, being distant, etc.
Hmm. Hmm.
Here's where things get complicated. Since my best friend works so many hours, he didn't really have any way of confirming or denying his suspicions. His wife says she's been visiting a friend's place, and that friend actually lives just a couple blocks from where I do. I was a bit confused about why he mentioned this detail, but after some thinking, I realized maybe he was trying to ask me to check in, like check it out and see.
Okay. Maybe.
I don't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, at your grown age, I feel
It's just a little
I
bit like you
feel
should have other
like
things to do with your time.
yeah, at 32, grown age, you should be able to be like, hey, you know what? You are my best friend, but that's kind of none of my business.
Yeah. Like, I could see maybe, like, I don't know, driving by. Driving by
Yeah,
your house,
like
being
on
like,
the
is
way
there
to
a
the
car?
store,
Yeah, it's like,
gas
oh, I'm
station,
heading out
you know.
anyways. I'm actually going to take that road today to
Hmm.
see if their car is here, and I'll record it for my
Yeah.
buddy. But I
See,
won't,
that
like, where it'll
constantly keeping
end.
tabs.
I
Yeah.
feel like this is going to escalate, though. I don't think it's going to just stop with him seeing if her car's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly, this topic was hard for him to talk about, and I didn't want to interrogate him to find out what he meant. I know it might sound like a reach, but what harm would I really be doing by just hanging around the area to see?
Ooh,
That could do
okay.
a lot of harm.
So you're just hanging around the area.
Okay.
I imagine him doing circles. Oh, goodness, I didn't mean to assault my microphone there. Sorry, guys. I imagine him doing like circles around the block and just like
Yeah.
again and again and again. It's like I'm just in the
When
area.
I'm thinking if he lives close, keeping tabs, he
Yeah.
probably is just there. Like,
Just there, just sitting on a bench outside of their house, just like,
yeah. Which, side note,
hmm.
really, really, really dramatic series. Really off topic for this, but then I'll
Mm.
go back to the Reddit story. This reminds me of the really trending Netflix series. I don't know if you've seen it because it's really intense and scary and just, as I said, triggering. But Baby Reindeer, about a woman
No.
stalking a man. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's dark, but it's kind of it's really interesting. And
Okay.
then like actually it's based on a true story. People online figured out who the stalker woman was.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Anyways,
Okay.
that just reminded me of it because there's a little scene where she's like sitting on the
Mm.
bench and
She's just
like
sitting on the bench.
being all creepy.
I was over on the bench.
Okay. So for the next week or so, on the way home from work, I would stop and hang around outside her friend's house for half an hour or so, right around when she apparently goes to visit. Over the course of the week, I saw my friend's wife visit twice, and I took note of which days/times. I figured I'll keep tabs of my own and then try to compare with my friend the next time we spoke. My plan was working pretty great until my own girlfriend, female 27, started wondering why I was coming home later. I'm really not comfortable with lying to her, so I fessed.
Fessed up, like confessed.
Yeah, he didn't. Okay.
A fist.
It just says fest.
A
And I'm
fest.
like, what's fest?
A fest,
Fessed
my
up
dude.
about what I was doing. To my surprise, this really upset her. Oh. You're surprised? Why a female would be like, that's creepy.
Why is this 32-year-old
Why
man
the
that's friends
hell are
with
you doing
my
that?
boyfriend's or husband stalking me? Casual.
Yeah. Apparently she thinks I'm spying on a woman and being a quote total creep. And told my friend and that my friend would be pissed if he knew what I was doing. I've known my friend a lot longer than my girlfriend, and I know that he would appreciate what I'm doing. Nonetheless, she's given me an ultimatum and says if I don't stop now, she'll tell him and his wife. I really don't think I've overstepped. I haven't caused any harm, and I'm just looking out for someone who's been there for me when I needed him. Do I tell him what I've been doing and try to compare what I found with what his wife said? Do I stop now and never tell him what I did for him? Was I wrong to do this in the first place? Am I the asshole? Or am I
So
the devil?
it was his girlfriend who caught him. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So, they're definitely in the wrong. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I honestly
They were
expected
ruled.
I expected
They were ruled an asshole.
Yeah. I expected worse.
So
But they are definitely not in the right at all.
it's okay.
It is creepy.
It's creepy. Girlfriend, I feel like his girlfriend has every
Yeah.
right to be like, hey, I'm going to give you the ultimatum because regardless, it's creepy and it's something you shouldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of gender, but a man keeping tabs on a woman,
It's a little...
it goes over a lot of lines.
Yeah. It's
Just
also
because
like...
historically in the past.
Yeah. As earlier, earlier I established, I was like, if he would have like just like driven by the place to see if like her car was there. Casual, like on my way to get groceries, I'm just gonna go take that road instead. That's not that big of a deal. But the fact that he like, what I'm imagining in my head is he was like kind of low-key stalking her, like following her.
Well, that's the thing. How many times she's been there?
That's
like, to me, if you were a private investigator, sure. Mm-hmm. But if you are just a random
He's a random 32-year-old man.
Now, granted, it is his friend's wife, so maybe they've met. But still, if one of my boyfriend's friends was just hanging around me independently from my boyfriend a lot more, I would
feel really uncomfortable. I would feel like they have ulterior motives. Like they...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That is icky. And also...
It's scary.
I feel for the girlfriend of the poster giving him the ultimatum, because it's like, if everything's been fine in the relationship and then suddenly you find out that your significant other has been stalking his best friend's wife.
Yes.
And he's like, oh no, it's just because, I wasn't asked to do it, but like, he implied it. It's like, clarify before you do something like that, my dude.
Yes.
Like, he could have easily in the beginning of all this been like, hey, you want me to drive by and see if her car's there?
Yeah.
And then he has permission from him, at least. So it's a little less weird. But it's still weird because the wife shouldn't be spied on. Like, that's just like...
Yeah.
That's crossing a boundary. But he just... It feels like he definitely lacks perspective on how creepy that is as a woman.
Yeah.
I think he just really is blinded to that. Is what it seems.
But, like, again, that's what I was saying at the beginning of the podcast. It really blows my mind with, like, self-awareness and common sense.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like every man or people who present masculine knows that if you follow around a random woman or even a woman that you're not that familiar with and you're constantly showing up at the same place at the same time that they know you're not supposed to be there or it's really weird.
Yeah.
That sets off a lot of alarm bells for a lot of women.
And you don't know what, what they've been through. Like, they could have been stalked in the past, and so they might think that their stalker is stalking them again, and they feel unsafe even more because they think that it's someone they might have had a history with. Like, you never know the circumstance. Like, this is bad regardless of gender. Like, if a girl had tabs on when a guy was leaving a place and, like, had that much information on the schedule of someone, that's still bad.
Regardless, it's creepy, and
it's creepy
he shouldn't
regardless.
have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if the best friend's wife was cheating on him, that's really none of his business to involve himself that much in the marriage. Even if that is his best friend. Granted, like, you know, you can care about somebody and, like, best friends, but I don't know. It's weird. Now, I will have to say, the wife saying she was going there and not being there is a little fishy.
It is fishy. I'm not saying that the wife's innocent in all this.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different stuff in this post. I wish there was an update. I looked, there isn't. I don't think they would update anyways because there's a lot of negativity down below.
I think they realized, people do not agree with what I did, and I need to run from this.
The only one in the right is the girlfriend of the poster.
I agree.
That's the only one in the right.
Because I think she's the only reason he saw anything wrong with it.
Yeah,
he didn't think it was wrong at all.
Which, again, common sense. That's
wild. No, I could see if he was like, I think I overstepped a boundary and I genuinely am, like, worried that I went too far with this and I stopped, but I want to know, should I tell them? That would be different if it was his own conscience, but it's her. She is his conscience.
Which, again,
and he doesn't even agree with her.
Creepier. That to me is creepier. Also, let's go into the realm of, like, theories for a second.
Okay.
And, like, hypotheticals, allegedly. This is just pure speculation. Allegedly. I don't know this person. There's no other context. It's just a vibe I got. It's giving to me that poster might have been cheated on in the past. And that's why he's so hypersensitive to it. And why he
went to extremes.
Doesn't
really
see
quick.
Went to extremes really quick and doesn't see anything wrong.
He's like, I wish someone would have done this for me.
Yeah.
That could totally have been the case. And, like, it also could just be, like, maybe he's done this before? Maybe he's
Which is worse.
Before? That's so much worse. That's, like, way worse. But, like, that is totally, like, that could be the case of, like, it might be that he's done this before and he doesn't see anything wrong with this and he's done this for a long time because it's, like, it's psychologically proven that, like, the more you do something that's bad, the less bad you see it. So, like, maybe he started really light and he's been doing this before. Maybe he stalked his girlfriend before they were dating.
Which, okay, that's my thing, right? People who go to extremes so quickly and don't have that common sense, that's going to be the word of today, actually, guys. I don't think I really want to say it anymore because it's kind of getting annoying in my brain, but I will
say
in
my own brain when I say it. Yeah.
Yeah. If they're willing to go to extremes that quick and not realize, to me, that's the scariest thing out of this whole post. Because they don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
But hey, what do we know?
Hey, what do we know? We're just girls.
Yeah, we're just girls. Like,
we're just girls.
I don't know what you mean. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl.
What are we supposed to know? We're just girls with microphones.
Yeah. Honestly, microphones and the internet access that we have is a dangerous thing.
It really is. Professional yappers. That's us.
Yeah. I just love to talk. I love hearing myself.
Same.
Like, low-key, I talk to myself. Don't unpack that. I talk to myself a lot because I get so bored of my room. Honestly, I'm like, I need to hear something.
I pretend like I'm filming YouTube videos sometimes, and there's no one there.
Ooh, the makeup tutorials.
Literally, like, hair care routine.
Yeah, no, it's just like you take, like, imagine this is eyeliner, and you're just like, today I'm using.
Yeah. We've both been like that since day one, though.
Oh yeah,
we've done that for a long time, and then we would FaceTime each other, and we just talk to each other constantly. So it's kind of like even then.
Like you're narrating. Honestly, narration. That's what we do.
We take our internal monologue and make it external.
Also, what is the voice inside your head? Does it sound like you or another person?
It's me.
It is?
I think I have two, though. The voices. I think I have two. Because I have, like, me, and then I have, like, a mean me. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't sound like anything.
Do you?
It is just words.
Do you have like it's like gibberish all at once?
No, like it's words. It's just no voice.
It's like the concept of the words rather than an actual voice.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think the words. I see the words.
Okay, I see and think the words.
It's weird.
So like if I'm thinking a sentence, I see it spelt out and I hear it.
See, I don't
you just see it.
I just
That's
see
so
it
interesting because
my brain.
I know people that are like the opposite way, where like they can't hear it, or they can't see it. I mean, but they can hear it.
Yeah.
Like Gabe, he can like feel, he can like sense what's there, but he can't really like see things in his head super in depth.
Okay.
And you're like the opposite. You can like see it.
Yeah, because see, that's the thing. I've never been able to like hear myself think. Right? Like, you know, people are just like, oh, I hear myself thinking, like when you're thinking really hard. I've never been able to do that, but I constantly see it. So like when I'm studying, I'm seeing the words and I'm not repeating them in my brain.
I get you. See, I hear like, it's almost like if you took like someone monologuing or like me talking and then you sped it up. Like my inner monologue is very fast, but I can tell it's me. And then I have another like voice that sometimes comes in, like overlapping the other one, that is just like a mean version of myself.
Ooh, I wonder why that is.
I don't know. I don't know if it's like other people's opinions that have like, it's become a jolt reaction to think them. Or if it's like, I don't know, your psychology.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
But in most of the time, it's a personification of your own negative opinions on yourself. And that also could probably feed into you probably were the meanest to yourself. And that's why it's your voice. Because normally it's the meanest person in your life's voice that is.
Yeah. Sometimes I hear like the people, but like it's normally just me. It's normally just a mean version of myself. Which I've heard less over time, so I think that means I'm on the right path. Anyways, on to the next story. We love rambling.
Okay. I'm so excited for yours. This sounds really juicy.
So should I start with the truth about toxic relationship one, or should I start with the stepdaughter drama one?
I think toxic relationship. That one kind of piqued my brain a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So, I, 21 female, enraged my friend, 22 female, by telling her the truth about her toxic relationship. So, there's no quotation marks around the truth in the original post, but the re-upload on Am I the Devil has quotations around it.
That's not it. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. My friend, 22 female, has been in a toxic relationship for 2 years. She finally left him last month. Her ex, also 22 male, was a narcissist. And I'm not saying this as an insult. He legitimately was diagnosed with bipolar disorder as well as NPD, which I think is narcissistic behavioral disorder, I think. I don't know if that's the exact acronym, but he's literally a narcissist, like diagnosed.
Yeah.
He was also a horrible person who couldn't love anyone but himself. Very controlling, very abusive. My friend knew about his diagnosis before dating him. We all warned her, saying she should not get involved and save herself from trauma. She didn't listen to us. She wanted to give him a chance because he was open about it and was actively trying to get better. Okay, like, good for him. I told her this was probably just an act, and that was called, and I was called rude for suggesting that. Unfortunately, I turned out to be right, and the relationship was toxic. My friend got cheated on, insulted, emotionally neglected. They broke up and got back together over and over. He managed to guilt trip her to come back every time. He pressured my friend into performing sexual acts under the name of trying new kinks. No need to go into details here. CNC. She put CNC in parentheses. Back then, my friend would just say she enjoys it as well. After leaving him, she confessed she actually didn't enjoy it, but just let him do it. Since then, she's been constantly talking about his abuse, confessing to us all the things she ignored and didn't tell us about. She's also getting professional help for it, but still wants to pour out her heart to us, especially since she hid and denied his abuse for so long. Recently, she told me she's been having nightmares about him assaulting her. All I could say was, I'm sorry. She said she feels like it's done for her. She's damaged and can't ever be in a relationship or have do sexual acts again. I told her we are so young and she has plenty of time to heal. She's so strong, and I'm sure she'll get over this. She just needs some time, and we are all here for her. She started crying, saying she doesn't deserve it. She was nothing. She was nothing but always understanding and supportive. Then I told her, I hate to say this, but this is the exact problem. She was too naive and empathetic for her own good. I'm not blaming her. She didn't deserve any of this. But if she had listened to us, none of this would have happened. She was enraged. She told me she never wants to see me again and left. I already told her and apologized, but she's ignoring my messages. I was just trying to be honest with her. Any advice is welcome. I was wondering where this was going to make them the devil, because I was like, this is just, like, oh my God, this is a horrible situation that this friend went through. Like, I'm so sorry that they went through this. And then they had the audacity to blame them for it? For not listening to warnings?
No.
That is actually horrific. Horrific. Like, it is not your place to say I told you so.
No.
It is not your place to say I told you so. Even if you fucking told them so, you have no fucking right to say I told you so. And this friend was nothing but loving. Like, she just wanted to help the person. Like, sorry. I hate this so much.
First up, you are the devil. Like,
you're the devil.
You already told them beforehand all of it, right? Like, you were just like, hey, this is not a good situation. You need to leave. Please leave them, right? And then they did leave them. You don't have to get up on your high horse and podium and be like, I was right.
Like,
I was right.
It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is your friend is now safe. Like, that should be the most important thing to you. Like,
and saying naive and empathetic, and that's the reason that No.
That's so bad. Like,
there's no way that anyone could, like, rationalize that to not be a messed up thing to say to somebody.
And the way she thought that apologizing over text would fix it.
That would make me more mad.
That's something you have to go to their house and be like, I am so sorry I said that. I don't know what I was thinking. That was the stupidest thing I could have said. I did not mean it. Like, you gotta backtrack real fucking fast if you slip up and say that shit. Like,
also in person. Like, you have to make that effort and go in person. Not over text.
Doing it over text is wild to me. Like,
no.
Also, she was crying, saying that, like, I didn't deserve for this to happen to me. So, like, she was almost like she was trying to get her power back in that way. Like, she was really trying to communicate to herself that, like, oh, I didn't deserve to be treated like this. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of being taken care of and not being cheated on and abused and stuff like this. And then while she's having that's the reason she's crying, is because she's saying that she does not deserve this. You go.
That's when you're just like, oh, I told you
so.
No. No.
Huh? Excuse me? That is
no. The friend had every right to cut her out of her life.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're still questioning if you were wrong goes back to the word of the day.
Self-aware. Common sense.
Like, that... Wow. Yeah, honestly, no words. Like, shitty friend.
These comments are so like, they're obviously they're not on the side of the original poster. Like, this top one is, victim blaming and misogyny are so entrenched in our culture, and we actually blame the woman who stay, often unwillingly, in these relationships more than we do the abusers themselves. In some ways, the vitriol?
Yeah.
Vitriol? Okay. I want to make sure I was pronouncing it right. Directed at victims is actually more powerful than what the abusers get. Society is not kind to women who are perceived to be pathetic or stupid, and there are virtually no exceptions for men's behavior. It's just a shitstorm. Yeah, it's there's a lot of just... It's awful. It is truly, like...
No. Yeah, no. Nah.
You can tell there's a lot of internalized misogyny in the original poster, because they're a woman themselves. Like, they're just because you're a woman doesn't mean you can't be misogynistic. There's plenty of misogynistic women in the world. And it takes a lot of work to break down that internalized misogyny, and maybe in a couple years she'll realize how much of a freaking asshole she was, how much of a devil she was. But right now, she's a shitty friend. Very shitty friend.
Therapy.
That's the word of the day every day here. Therapy.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
This next one's not any better.
Oh, fun.
Again.
Okay.
Pretty bad. Now, on the M of the Devil, it was husband flirted with another woman in front of his wife.
Okay.
But title is I am 30. Think I broke my wife. Female 26. And now she hates herself. What can I do to make my wife feel pretty again? I don't know, asshole. Sorry.
Already so much distaste for this man.
Like, that's my thing, right? Right? Take yourself out of your own body into your wife's. Right? Think about that. If that doesn't get you, how would you feel if your wife flirted in front of another man and comes to you and be like, why are you insecure? Why are you sad? Why do you do that?
Why do you think I'm going to cheat on you all the time? Because you literally told my best friend they were hot and that you wanted to fuck them.
Yeah. Literally. And yes, before anybody points it out, which I think, like, our viewers, they're cute. I love them. But, yes, one of my crushes back in high school tried to pull this shit on me. And I was like, ain't no way. I'm not about to sit here and take that. Yep. So, anyways, let's get on with the story. I apologize in advance, as English is not my first language. Okay, chill.
Okay.
Pretty much everything here I've translated on Google. 2 weeks ago, my wife, female 26, and I, male 30, were at a party. Her father's birthday party.
Who did you flirt with? Did you flirt with her dad?
His mom, like his sister, like the dad's wife.
Is it her sister? Is it her sister? Oh my god.
I don't know.
Okay.
It was going well. Then her parents introduced us to an old couple of friends of theirs. Okay, really weird wording. That's fine. From when they were around our age and their daughter, female 29.
Oh.
To who I recognized as an old friend from high school. Let's call her Andrea.
Okay,
you're giving us names. Okay, Andrea.
Let's call her Andrea.
For context, me and my wife are not the jealous type. Everyone's jealous at their core.
Everyone has jealousy.
Jealous.
It's all about being able to communicate if you're jealous or not.
Yeah, it's about lashing out with jealousy or communicating with jealousy.
And everyone has
everybody's jealous.
Everyone has different like thresholds levels for how much will make them jealous. Like, yeah.
Okay. As our relationship is based on trust, not anymore, bitch. Not anymore. And has always been. So when Andrea and I sat together on a table and started talking, my wife didn't mind it and stayed with her family. I remember Andrea's being the fun kid when we were in high school, and she was still just as funny. We're laughing and having a good time, and she started getting a bit touchy. Quote around touchy. Bitch is either touchy or they're not touchy. Pick a side.
Yeah. You can't English isn't your first language, and yet you added quotation marks to touchy.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
But nothing worth worrying about. Oh, we love downplaying a major thing. We love that. Nothing to worry about, I thought. I was wrong. She was definitely getting touchy, feeling my arms and asking if I started working out and if this type of and that type of stuff. That's when I fucked up. You fucked up way before that, babe. Mm-hmm. Because I didn't stop her. In fact, I held her hips at some point, and then my wife came in. That would have been it for me. I would have had third to life.
Dog. That's not.
I would have had third to life.
Dog. That's
dog behavior.
That's honestly, that is signing away your.
That's a divorce.
That is consent for her to murder your ass.
Yeah, as I said, I'll be getting third to life. If I walked in on my husband gripping another woman's, I would have been a different person. I would have been a different person. You know what? Yep. There'll be 2 court cases. One of them would be divorce. The other one, you can take your pick. She was obviously jealous and angry, as she should, but didn't make a scene, as she should not make a scene. You know what? And it's her dad's party. Her dad would have been supportive.
Grab the dad would have been on the by the hair, pull her away from him, and drag then hit him in the balls repeatedly. If he's still moving, you didn't do it hard enough.
Literally.
Yeah.
She started asking if Andrea is married or has a boyfriend. That type of territorial stuff. The fact you said territorial stuff? I'm done. Okay. And at some point, Andrea got uncomfortable and excused herself. Damn, bitch. Really, Andrea? Really, you got uncomfortable then? You got uncomfortable then? What about when you touched up on a married man, huh? What about that?
At his
what about that?
Wife's father's birthday party.
Yep. But
Wild.
You're gonna get uncomfortable when a woman is just like, oh, are you married? Do you have a boyfriend? Oh, are you seeing anybody? Like, maybe, you can tell me.
No. Maybe she started getting a little guilty. She might have a little bit of guilty conscience. That's totally understandable. Okay, you have a little bit of guilty conscience? Yeah, take yourself out of the room. First, maybe apologize to the girly and be like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't realize you guys were married. and then slap that motherfucker in the face.
But that's the thing. The wife's parents introduced them. So the Andrea knew that he was married.
True.
See,
Andrea,
look.
Come on. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. I was trying to help a girl. Yeah, I'm a girl's girl.
Andrea and the poster, they a bitch. So listen, you know me, I'm a girl's girl. Until you do something trifling, you're done. Absolutely done. I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh yeah, for sure. For sure, you're in the right. Don't worry about it. No, you're not. No, you're
not. Sorry, bestie. Actually, you deserve jail time.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I told my wife she was being rude. And she started accusing me of flirting with Andrew.
Huh?
Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. Of course, I told her I wasn't, that she was overreacting and Andrea was just an old friend, but my wife insisted that I was flirting and cheating. Then I got mad. Cheating? ? I'm so sorry. I have such an attitude right now, guys. I apologize.
I don't blame you.
I snapped at her and said she was being childish and insecure, overreacting.
Oh, wow.
What? That if I was enjoying the attention, it is definitely not the same as cheating, is it? I'm done. What?
Okay, problem solving here. I think we need like a little dungeon for all the men who are awful in all these stories that we read. And they have to go down to the little dungeon.
Oh, I was just enjoying the attention. Okay, babe. Okay.
Go get attention from your fucking wife,
if you're okay with that, I'm gonna go and get some male attention. How are you gonna feel about that?
Yeah, it's always a double standard of they can do it, but their wives can't. Always. Yeah. Now, if you are okay with your wife doing that and you have like an open relationship, that's completely okay.
Yeah, like if you guys have a different dynamic, previous conversation,
if you communicate about it, that's fine. But do not be flirting with a girl at your father's birthday.
And then calling her insecure, overreacting, and childish.
And territorial just for asking if she had a partner?
That's just normal conversation.
Wild.
Like, especially when you're at an event with your partner, right?
Yeah.
Like, when I'm with my boyfriend, right? We meet somebody and I'm just like, oh, like, hi, like, you know, whatever, right? Like, this is my boyfriend, like, you know, we talk, and I'm just like, oh, are you dating anybody? Like, it's just normal conversation. Like, that's just...
Especially.
Like, it's a normal thing.
Like, I don't blame the girlie for bringing that up, too. If I would have seen...
Yeah, no, I would have done the same thing.
her fucking...
If somebody looks weird at my man, I'm just like, oh. Oh my gosh, yeah, are you seeing anyone? Yeah, that's my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. My boyfriend.
He's mine, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like mine, underline, bold.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, side note, I'm a girly. Okay.
Wait, what?
Anyways, she did something that made me go silent. Something along the lines of cheating starts in thoughts, and you don't have to have sex with someone else to cheat. I would agree.
I would 100% agree.
I would agree. Yeah. I insisted I didn't cheat on her, and that I never would, but she gave up on arguing and tried to enjoy the party with her family. When we got home later that night, my wife was silent. I didn't say anything either, just assumed that we were over it. She still didn't bring it up. For the next couple of weeks, she still didn't mention anything, and neither did I. We didn't talk much, and she was also never in the mood for any intimacy. Don't tell me you're going to be...
Oh, no.
If this man has the audacity to be pissy that she doesn't want to have intimacy with him after that, common sense.
If you're a girl who doesn't want to have sex, it's because you make her feel like she does not want to have sex.
Yeah. Yep.
Unless you're ace, unless you just aren't into that. Like if you're not, if the libido's really low, or like there's a health thing, that's different. But if your girly pop is like not in the mood all the time, it might be because you treat her like shit.
Yeah. Because I think women are emotional beings. Most of the time when you wrong a woman, they lose attraction for you.
Those brownie points, actually, they're adding up for you to get sex. Those brownie points that you get from, rubbing her feet, doing the dishes. Now, that doesn't mean you have to expect sex out of those things, but...
Yeah. The wife is just like, oh, you did that for me? Okay, maybe later.
There's nothing that turns me on more than when Gabe cooks a meal for me. Truly. Like, I love a man who cooks. I love a man who cooks. I love a man who cleans.
Honestly, for me, it's like really domestic things. Like, side story. Me and my boyfriend, when I was visiting, we went and bought cute little succulent plants for the house. Aww. And we repotted them together, and just seeing him be so domestic with a plant, I'm like, wow.
I love plant dads. Plant dads are so cute.
Right?
Yeah, plant dads, cat dads.
Maybe. And he was so knowledgeable about it too. I'm like, wow, I don't know what kind of soil we need.
I love that you do research. I'm so bad at looking at instructions or looking into
I never do.
I wing it every time. And so when my mans can come over and just be like, I looked this up, let me help you.
Yeah.
I'm like, my clothes gone.
Absolutely.
That easy.
Anyway, okay. Got that. Let's finish this. It's only a paragraph more.
Yeah, okay.
I thought it was okay and that everything would be back to normal in a week or two. It didn't. And now I know I made all the wrong decisions. Last night when I got home, my wife is in our bedroom, staring at herself in the mirror with a grimace. I asked if she was alright, and she just shook her head. I kept asking what was wrong, and she broke down in tears, saying she looks hideous. For context, my wife is far from hideous. To me, she's the complete opposite, and so to everyone else. I'm not exaggerating when I say she can't even go out for groceries without people chiming to compliment her beauty and her nice hair. So to hear that she says that, it broke me. Of course, I told her she's beautiful, but she kept on sobbing and saying she never felt so ugly before. I didn't know what to say or do. I just held her and kept telling her how pretty she is. But she had the apathetic and gloomy expression on her face and kept crying herself to sleep. I'm writing this as she sleeps beside me. My heart is completely broken, and I just wish I could go back in time and never hurt her in the first place. My wife means everything to me, and I don't know how to fix things. Has anyone here ever been through something like this? How do I make my wife feel pretty and special again?
I feel so bad for the wife. She deserves a husband who doesn't make her feel like shit.
Top comment. Your only concern is that she doesn't want to have sex with you? Be someone she can trust. You behave wildly inappropriately and embarrass yourself and her in public.
Oh, Lord. They did not hold back, which I'm glad they didn't.
I mean, honestly, I didn't either. So, again, I'm sorry if I was a little mean.
You weren't mean. You were
I just don't stand for it. I just don't stand for this kind of shit. Here's my thing, right? As a psychology student, I love when people do this. They want to downplay an intense situation and downplay somebody else's emotion. But then they're going to justify themselves completely. He was completely wrong. From step one.
Yeah.
When she started touching his arm, that should have been your place of don't do that.
Yeah.
That's inappropriate. Don't do that. And then removed yourself from the situation.
Yeah, I would have been takes their arm off of my arm, starts to walk away, be like, I wonder where my wife is.
Yeah, no, and see, that's the thing, is I'm a pretty girl. I know this, right? But whenever a guy approaches me and starts flirting with me, anything like that, my immediate response is, I'm not interested. Have a nice day. I walk away. If somebody touches me, right, and I'm in at a restaurant or a party, bar, whatever, right? It's just don't do that. I walk away.
Yeah, that made me
you don't have to be nice.
Yeah,
you can be mean.
Yeah, and if someone's making advances that you don't want, you can be mean. Now, it seems like he wanted these advances. He liked the attention.
He liked it, and he admitted that, but still it's just like, I don't know why I'm in the wrong.
Why would I be in the wrong for liking the attention from another woman that is not my wife and that made my wife feel insecure?
Holding the hips of another woman at your wife's father's birthday party. Sex. I mean, listen, the hips are an androgynous zone, so it technically...
The hips... Listen, if I touch someone else's hips, it means I want to fuck them.
Yeah. Like, especially grabbing, like...
That means I want to have sex. Like...
Yeah. Yeah, that and thighs.
That and thighs.
Mm. That and thighs. I love a good thigh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love thighs in this household.
Anyways,
so yeah, I think we said most of what we wanted to say during that.
They are
so
the
you
devil,
can
truly.
Yeah, no, they are Satan incarnated, but
yeah, Beelzebub themselves. Anyways,
okay.
The next one is, am I the asshole? Because this was originally posted on Am I the Asshole?
Yeah.
For telling my stepdaughter that she needs to stop causing drama and grow up. Okay. For context, 60 years old, there's a 60-year-old posted on the subreddit asking about this.
Damn.
Which is wild to me. Like, no shame being older and being online. Like, good for you, but like, I don't think you're gonna be a good person if you're on Am I the Devil? So already off the bat, I'm like, ooh, okay. For context, I raised my stepdaughter, 21 years old, since she was 11, and have been married to her mom, 60 years old, for 5 years. I know that my stepdaughter doesn't have the best relationship with her biological dad and doesn't like to talk about him much. But anyway, she was telling me and her mom this morning that her friends have never seen a pic of her dad and that she decided to post a pic of her and her dad on Instagram yesterday. I felt kind of off about it because I don't want her to post anything that's going to start something since everyone thinks I'm her biological father. But we all go to church, and my stepdaughter's friends have heard about her dad but have never seen a photo of him, and she felt like it was time for them to see. Anyway, back to the story. I don't know why he keeps being like, but anyway. I can just imagine an old man talking like this. Like, not that 60's old. Older. I told my stepdaughter that she shouldn't have posted the picture of her and her dad because it's going to stir conflict and that she's going to start nothing but drama. She tried telling me that it doesn't matter because that's still her dad and she still loves him. Mm-hmm. I tried to tell her that not everyone needs to know all the stuff that goes on between her and her dad. She said she wasn't going to tell anyone about their estranged relationship, that she just wanted to post a picture, but I think otherwise. She tried telling me, and this is like quotes, it's literally my dad. Why is that such a problem to you? I don't see you getting so defensive when I post a picture of me and you. Why can't you just understand that? Why is it so hard? What is so hard about this? The church isn't going to judge. At least I post you online. I don't ever see your four biological kids posting about you at all. They don't even talk to you. End quote. It's a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was pent up.
Okay.
That was pent up.
That was brewing for a while.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They don't even talk to you. That was brewing in there for a while.
That was.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I got in self-defense mode and told her, quote, "That's different and you know that. You seriously need to stop causing all this drama. You need to grow up. Maybe this is why you don't have a lot of friends, because you run your mouth too much and try to start something something stupid every single time. It's pathetic that you're almost 22 years old and still act like a freaking child. Grow up, man, and go get a stupid job. I'm so tired of this. I don't even know why you want to post about your dad after the crap he said and done to you and when your relationship is barely making ends meet." End quote. Holy shit.
Damn.
Wow. Oh. He really had to add in the go get a stupid job. And he really, wow. So I have a sneaking suspicion that even more was said that he left out. Because people always write to make themselves seem like the victims
for sure.
in these.
For sure, yeah.
And so the fact that this is him being nice or being justified in the way he talks. Ooh, okay. Okay. There's no way she's going to talk about my 4 kids like that and butt in like that. So I told her off and said what I said and walked out the door to my backyard to cool off. When I came back inside, I could see that she had been crying and noticed tissues in the trash can. Her mom tried telling me that I crossed a major line and had no business to tell her daughter who is an adult and what to do. Who is an adult what to do and what not to do. To post on social media profiles, especially when it comes to her dad. Now I feel pretty bad because of what my wife said. Again, they only realize they did something bad when a fucking woman tells them to be fucking empathetic. I'm so tired of grown-ass men acting this way. Happens so often. Oh my god.
It's just be aware of yourself.
Be aware of what you say and how it makes others feel. Is it really that freaking hard? And like, it's like it's like they were never taught how to be empathetic because everyone always made excuses for them because they're men. It's exhausting, frankly.
Then again, low-key, I'm not saying this about all Reddit, just some Reddit. Seems like a lot of people that end up on Reddit are kind of like, or like at least these subreddits.
Yeah.
Are just like the worst of the crop.
Which, to be fair, we are on Am I the Devil? Yeah. You know, we are on the worst of the worst.
We are on the worst of the worst. So, like, we're not saying this for everyone.
But it's also, it is Reddit, and Redditors have a certain
vibe,
stereotype about them, I guess I would say. Not that all Redditors are like it, but there is like a nice guy, I guess, energy that they give off where it's like they're wearing their fedoras and tip it and say "milady," you know? But that's again, we're on Reddit right now. So like,
yeah, I mean, you know what? Like Reddit, like I will say, Reddit does have some really useful like game tips.
It does. Honestly, I go on it for Sims stuff all the time.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate, great. If you want to know like little things, Reddit's a great place. Yeah. Highly recommend.
So like, it's not all bad, but I do think there's a large community that is mainly just like Discord moderators. Not my Discord moderators. My Discord moderators are great.
I will try and find it so I can send you so you can like stalk it. It was actually my boyfriend because he goes through it for like some kiki laughs, right? But it was, what was it? It's basically just like a bunch of people who bring like random drama to Reddit and ask for people's advice. So it's like a big group chat.
It's just like advice. Yeah.
Yeah, just like advice stuff.
Kind of like the relationship advice, but just general advice.
Yeah, it was just like a specific spin-off. I don't try and find it. But this one was so bad. He was just like, I didn't like my girlfriend's cat, so I let it out the house and now it won't come back. I thought cats were supposed to be smart. What am I supposed to do? And then I was expecting the comments to be like, oh, like, you're a horrible fucking person. Like, get out, right? And, like, go and try and find that cat. And, like, give it to her girlfriend. And then, like, if she breaks up with you and, like, wants to press charges, like, she's fine to do that, right?
Yeah.
The comments were just like, well, you know, you own the house, so it makes sense. Wait. No. Anyways, back to the story.
Anyways. Okay. Let's see. Now I feel pretty bad because of what my wife said, but I don't feel bad about what I said, even though she told me I should be. Am I the asshole? Edit. The reason why people think I'm her biological dad at church or anywhere is because her dad is white. Meanwhile, me and her mom are full-blood Hispanic. My stepdaughter carries heavy genes looking Hispanic. So people naturally think I'm her father. Okay. You're the asshole.
That's still her dad.
Yeah, her biological dad is still her dad. Also, she said, like, she literally said, she was like, I'm just posting it so people can see him. Like my friends were curious what he looked like, so I posted a photo of him. That's so... Yeah, but one of the top comments, I can see why his 4 biological children don't talk to him.
Also, that's kind of wild that you want to be so up in arms about your stepdaughter posting a photo of her biological dad. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, you don't post anything about your biological kids.
Yeah, and they don't post anything about him.
It's like, to me, that almost gives the vibe of he abandoned his old family completely for this new family, and now wants this new family to be his
house, basically. Like, he's like, if everyone doesn't play their part, then he's gonna throw a fit. Original poster sounds so jealous of the stepdaughter wanting to post a photo of her biological dad on Instagram. He can't stand for anyone to find out that he's really only the stepdad to this young woman. He is right that posting that photo would cause drama because he's the one causing the drama by telling an adult what she can and can't do. It's not surprising his own four kids don't talk to him. This is how he always has been, I bet. He apparently has issues with being controlling and demanding. Yep. But anyways, that was Am I the Devil, which if you didn't catch on through that, I know we didn't really give it a full introduction. It's basically Am I the Asshole stories, relationship advice stories that got reposted because obviously the original poster was a fucking piece of shit. Devil.
Yeah.
So
it's basically the worst from Am I the Asshole.
And we have a fun one coming up next week. We have Am I the Ex, which is people that don't realize they've already been broken up with.
Which, personally, I have 2 really wild ones. One that's like, and then the other one was literally kicking out his pregnant fiance. So,
stay tuned for those.
I hope you guys are enjoying these. I'm personally enjoying them a lot. I don't know how you're feeling about them. They're really fun to do.
Yeah, they're super fun.
It's just like talking about other people's drama. It's like, you know, because my life's pretty low-key, pretty chill. I don't really have that much going on.
Same.
But I do love it.
Yeah. I like observing drama, but not being in it.
Yeah. It's like a petri dish, you know, you're a scientist.
You can look down on it and be disconnected from it, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we got some comments on our first, I think it was the Am I the Asshole Reddit reading of people saying we should create a Google forum that people can
for sure
anonymously send us in their like Am I the Asshole or advice like stories. Yeah. And I thought that was a great idea. So if you guys would like to see that, we might start throwing that together. Let us know down in the comments if that's something that you guys want to do.
Yeah. Because I'm honestly so curious. I love peeking in other people's lives with like their drama.
We're like advice girlies.
We are. If you want advice, you can let us know, or if you just want to vent and then like hear our opinions on it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Whatever works. We will probably have like a trigger warning thing for each thing so that we make sure that the stories we include aren't too triggering and whatnot. But
definitely keep them a bit more like YouTube friendly.
Keep them YouTube friendly as well as keep them pretty anonymous because as much as you might be okay with sharing information of personal people, they might not be okay with you sharing that information.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
yeah,
that was so fun though.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited for next week. We're probably gonna record that right after this.
Yeah.
So
we'll be like a little bit the
same. So yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're on YouTube, or rate us 5 stars on Spotify. We are on all streaming or podcast services, I think.
Yeah.
Except Apple.
Yeah. So we're on Amazon Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on what's that one? The Podcast Index. We're on a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're also on Instagram
and TikTok at sheknowsit pod. So check us out there. Same as here.
Yeah. Also, I love comments. Low key, I kind of like stalk through the comments and be like, "Ooh, And like, I love to like hear guys' opinions. If you have any opinions, especially, I want to know your opinion on the husband dancing with a wife at the like father's birthday party. I know your opinion on that because I've heard some wild people out there who think that that would not be classified as cheating.
Yeah.
Which to me is crazy.
Yeah. But if you have your standpoint, defend it.
Yeah.
Defend it.
It's an open, civil conversation.
Exactly. But anyways.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.